that becomes passed down through generations. So it becomes generational cowardice. And when they jump over here in our spaces, trying to tell us to just go along to get along, it kind of reminds me of something I want everybody to look up called the Dunning-Kruger effect. And you pretty much know what that is, I'm pretty sure. When people think they're smarter than they actually are, and they come trying to tell us to just bow down, we don't have that in us. Our ancestors suffered and sacrificed too much for us to just go along to get along. Our job is to defeat, dismantle, and break the system of white supremacy. So when they see us moving like the sister moved there, shout out to her, that's exactly how you handle that. You get on code behind a common goal, and any other thing that we have to deal with after that, we can deal with that once we get our business straight and put ourselves in an empowered position, because we don't care about being liked. We care about being respected and making sure our community is protected. And with that said, I'll land my plane, brother.
Much respect, man. Real talk right there. As we see all the stuff that's been going down with the anti-Black Latino cats going in on the Black community, notice some of the tethers have been siding with the anti-Black Latinos. You understand? Some of the tethers have been actually siding with them against Black people. That's the same thing that's been going on in Africa for 500 years. When the Spanish goes over there and the Portuguese goes over there, the people of them Latin-speaking nations, those tribes started making little deals with them while they go colonize one group and the other tribe is sitting over here co-signing them, and then all of a sudden, all the tribes get colonized and then decimated. Then everybody gets hemmed up. You know? Like they didn't see that coming a mile away. And let's look at certain people, man. When we look at, we got to keep it a buck. Queen Nzinga, Madame Tinubu, all of these people, these folks were working with the Portuguese and some of the Spanish folks in the slave trade. They were working with them. They were working with these people hand in hand. And then they wanted to fight them when everybody turned on them. Then they wanted to fight them. But they were working hand in hand with these people during the slave trade. Let's keep it a buck. And like my man just said, man, some of that type of mentality, that gets passed down. Look at some of these tethers, man. Some of these tethers will sell us the hell out to a non-Black person at the drop of a dime. And then people wonder why we're saying, hey, man, we kind of want to differentiate ourselves as far as our political structure, you know, in our lineage. We just kind of want to differentiate ourselves because we got too many funny style people who got a lineage of doing some real janky stuff over here. We understand a threat when we see it. We're going to get on code no matter how fierce we fight among each other, which we don't fight among each other that fiercely. But hell, even the Crips and Bloods had a truce during the damn riots out in LA. When things got hot, the Bloods and Crips said, hey man, let's put all of our differences to the side, because the enemy is that white man right over there. These white supremacists right over here. That's our enemy right here. These people oppressing us. The Bloods and Crips, they locked hands and said, hey, we ain't tripping on each other right now. Right now, we'll go back to banging later, but right now we're in this together. Bloods and Crips had sense enough to do that. We don't do genocide. You know, we don't get to the point where we're just genociding each other and all of that. No. We don't do all that. You know, there was a tweet some Haitian girl put up the other day. Everybody clowned her for it. She put up a tweet. Yeah, y'all light skin or dark skin. And people were like, girl, get the hell out of here with that cornball nonsense. Don't bring that tether mess over here. You know, don't bring that over here. Because we don't do that. That bringing some old janky, old played out colorist argument. We don't do that. See over there, you notice anytime y'all see these light skin versus dark skin conversations, it's always some non-FBA folks pulling that garbage. Because see, we understand light or dark, you're still under the system of white supremacy over here. Light and dark niggas are treated the same. But these folks come from these other societies where The white supremacists set up these caste systems. So the lighter ones get a little more privilege and benefits. The darker ones are more deprived of benefits. So that stuff goes on in certain African and Caribbean nations. So they try to bring that stuff over here. That's why the cake soap game is so heavy over there. People trying to lighten up to be a part of that caste system. And we don't do that. There is no colorism privilege over here. There are no communities of certain black people who are a certain shade where they're going to get certain privileges and benefits. No, that doesn't work. You see. Let me get my sister Lioness in here. My sister Jade. What's up, Sister Jade? How are you, dear?
I am blessed. Thank you for having me up, brother.
What's on your mind, brother?
Yeah, I'm in Chicago right now. I just want to make it quick. You know, I've been out here working all day. I do want to speak on the topic. Yes, our sister Brittney Griner is a victim of white supremacy, and I do not personally consider her to be a political prisoner. I feel like she's gotten an unfair deal in terms of them trying to throw the book at her, and you see what's going on with Russia and Ukraine. But I came on today to talk about a real political prisoner that transitioned today. So there's an elder named Albert Woodfox, and he was a part of the Angola 3, right? So he was on solitary confinement for damn near 30 years as a political prisoner, down in Angola in one of the worst hellhole prisons in the country. And last Black August, actually, I had the honor and the privilege and the responsibility of helping to host an interview with him and members of our organization. And so he wrote a book. I'm going to put it in the Jumbotron. I want people to bring awareness, to be aware of it and to get that book. He talked about how they did protests, and they were talking about the struggle, everything about Black liberation, freedom for our people, but he was really advocating for just the basic human rights for our folks within the Angola prison. It was him and 3 others. So one of them had transitioned already. He and the other brother, or the other elder rather, did give an interview to us last year, but he actually transitioned today. He wrote his life story. And so how he talked about being unbroken under those circumstances for decades. That is a political prisoner. Now, the LGBTQIA X, Y, and Z community is silent on Brittney Griner because the I am LGBTQ and white defense works when you're white, but your sexual activity is not going to save you when you are a victim of white supremacy within a system of racism and white supremacy. Right. So thank you so much. I just wanted to land there, and have a blessed night.
Thank you, beloved. Real talk. All right. Let me see what we got. A few more people in here. Let's get Donat. I think Donat. What's up, Donat? This brother looks like a Disney TV show character, like he's on one of them Disney shows, like he's the male lead in the new That's So Raven show or something. What's up, Donat? What's up, brother? Donat, turn your microphone on, sir. Donat? Brother, I can't hear you. Turn your microphone up, bro. All right, this brother must have got some of that curl gel from his hair on the phone, and it's muffled and you can't hear it, brother. Get you a paper towel and wipe some of that gel off the phone receiver, brother. All right, he got his ass up out of here. All right, let's get somebody else. Let's get Just Eve in here. What's up, Just Eve?
Peace to the family. Thanks for letting me speak. I wanted to speak on the topic about LGBT and Brittney Griner.
Yes, go ahead.
I think it's interesting. Studs, or the man version of the woman, right? They want to present themselves one way, but then when it comes down to having consequences, they want to cry foul and wear a dress or be very feminine. And I think it's really interesting that there's a whole phenomena of studs. And I guess probably that the opposite would be true, that the men who want to be women, they're probably the first people trying to get off the Titanic. You know, they don't want to be the men. They want to be saved. And I think
Right.
all of it's relevant with regards to what we're dealing with. Everybody wants to be black until it's time to have a consequence. Brittney Griner wanted to present herself as not a black woman, and now she's got some serious consequences.
Wow, there you go. Thank you so much, beloved. Thank you, dear. All right, let me get Brother Afro Elite in here. Shout out to this brother. Afro Elite, hop on, brother. Then I'm going to get Adonis on next. I see Adonis in here. Afro Elite, go ahead, brother.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you, sir. What's on your mind?
Okay, I wanted to speak on the topic. First off, I want to say I don't really know that much about Brittney Griner. I do feel like she was definitely being overpunished for what was going on. But what I find the most interesting part is the fact that I'm seeing a lot of articles try to blame black men for not like putting on the cape for her, for try to blame especially foundational black American men for not, I guess, protesting or trying to speak in avocation of the freedom of Brittney Griner. And this goes to show the energy that we're having, the power that we're having by just pulling back our energy and focusing on ourselves. Because 2022, with the situation with Brittney Griner, with the situation with Jussie Smollett, who was another LGBT person, with the situation with even the black people, the Africans in Ukraine, they're starting to get their Negro wake-up call. They're starting to understand that FBA, we're not going out there and running like we're the Avengers anymore. And anytime anybody needs help, we're putting on the cape and we're going out there to rescue you anymore. Everybody else has to hold their own nuts. And they're not used to that, and they're not ready for that. They're expecting us to run out there and save everybody, and we're not doing that. Now, I don't want her to be in, it's not like I wish for her to be in prison, but, you know, if that's the bed you made, you have to lie on it. Those are the people that you were hanging around, and the people you are hanging around don't care to save you, so why are you coming to us to save you?
Real talk, man. Thank you so much, brother. Let's get Adonis in here. Adonis, what's going on, brother?
Well, I am gay, so I guess I'm lumped in with the LGBT community. But from my understanding, it is, mostly the white LGBT community that tends to have the political power. And
Of course.
she's black and they have so much racism, like there's so much racism that I've experienced, primarily from the white LGBT community, it absolutely does not surprise me that they are dead silent when it comes to her. They could care less about her or her life unless there's some type of way they can make a profit from it. So to be honest with you, this is exactly what I expect, is nothing at all. If there's some type of way they can twist something to make money, then they'll absolutely use a black LGBT person as the mascot just to make money.
Sure, I appreciate it. Thank you for the call, brother. Let's get what's your name, brother? All these Anton Bisco.
Yeah, what's good, man?
What's up, Anton? How are you, bro? Anton, you all right? I don't know. Anton, is everything all right? Sound like you just got kidnapped, brother. If you need to hang up and dial 111, describe the car that pulled up on you, brother. Somebody just hit him. Okay, let's get Doctor. Hold on, let me get him. Let me get the kidnapped victim out of here. Dr. Mustafa, that's your name? Oh yeah, Dr. Mustafa.
Yeah, how you doing, man? Yeah, my name is Mustafa. I was actually born in Sudan. My parents sent me here. I was born in Sudan.
Okay.
Yeah, so my parents sent me here to, get the education.
Okay.
And my parents do live in Africa. Yeah, I was just gonna talk about the issue of what is going on in Africa and a little bit about, the black community here. I think one of the things that you talked about is the coding, the way that coding works. When you look at here in the situation politically, especially, like, the black people very much, without black people, there is no Democratic Party. And what happens is that with us as black folks is that we end up to kind of take the news based on just on like what is going on in like the corporate media. Like for example, we need to elect people kind of from our community, not just any like a rich white man decide to run with a letter D in front of it, and then we can just listen to the media and just kind of go and vote for him.
Okay, brother. Let me land your plane because I'm gonna be honest. I really didn't know what he was talking about. To be honest, I had to go ahead and land your plane, brother. I really didn't know what you were talking about. Yeah, you kind of lost me, Dr. Mustafa. I was trying to give you a chance, but yeah, the point just wasn't being made. I don't know where you were going. I don't know where you were going, brother. But we, thoughts and prayers to you though. What's up, Can?
Hey, what's going on, Tariq? Thank you. What's up to everybody on the panel? I hope everybody having a good night. I just want to say something real quick. There's a stereotype, with black people connected to all these different cannabis oils, um, all these different things. So, when you going over to all these other different countries, you have to know in your mind that the stereotype is already put out there. So you don't give them a reason, to to think anything bad, about you. So I feel like
Right.
she opened that window up on her own, but it just makes us even look more badder than we already
Right.
kind of like are with that situation.
There you go. All right. Thank you so much, beloved. Yeah. Again, I don't wish anything bad on Brittney, man. I hope she comes back home. I hope that sister is safe. I don't wish, no jail sentence on nobody, to be honest, especially a 9-year sentence for that. I don't wish that on nobody, man. That sister, she don't deserve that, and hopefully they can pull some strings with the Biden administration and go ahead and trade a few ops and get the sister back on home, man. All right, let's get, let me see. It's a few people. Let me get one or two more calls because it's early out here in Hawaii. Yeah, the time difference is real funny. Let's get this brother, Mr. Ray's in here. All right, Mr. Ray's, turn your microphone on, sir.
Brother,
My brother, how are you, Mr. Ray's?
I'm doing well, man. I'm doing well. I just wanted to say that there are quite a few Brittney Griners out here in the world every day. They may not be locked up in Russia, but they work at Starbucks. They work at these hospitals. A lot of times they will sacrifice themselves to be the face of a movement, but then also be the first ones to be on the chopping block. When it comes to the repercussions. So the brother, Great Black Shark, he raised a great point. East, North, West, South, FBA, we have a very versatile culture. But when it comes time to get on code, we can create a movement like the Underground Railroad to give brothers and sisters the freedom. Yeah. But when we talk about places like Africa and where a lot of these tethers come from, the only Underground Railroad or the only movement that they have is to get the hell out of the country. So I'll land my plane right there, my brother, and appreciate everything that you do, good brother.
Real talk, man. And that brother reminded me of something. Look at the Jumbotron. Shout out to Maine, the real Keith Zeal. He posted this earlier. This damn non-FBA tether who was working at like a nursing home beat up an elderly FBA brother. You see, they bring that vitriol, contemptuous mentality over here and try to abuse us. That type of stuff. You see, that's very common. And I can't even get into the stories that's coming out of Houston. In Houston, every other week, a sister's being found hemmed up by some tether and done something to her out there in Houston. It's crazy in Houston. You see. And again, this is not indicative of all the people, but again, that mindset that cutthroat mindset that has destroyed everything over there in their homelands, a lot of times they bring that stuff over here and then try to use that against us, man. That's something that's very significant. And we are calling that out. You know, you got to get it right. We got to call that stuff out because, you know, we can't let people come over here and undermine us, because who's going to fight white supremacy? Somebody's going to have to step to the white supremacists, y'all. It ain't like over there in your homeland where everybody's kissing the white supremacists' asses and everything is in shambles. No, somebody's going to have to fight for some damn justice somewhere. All right, let's see. Let's get Lolu. Let's get Lolu. Hope I'm pronouncing your name right. Lulu or Lolu?
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, why don't you speak about all the good things that Africans are actually doing in America? Why'd you choose to pick like one or two bad things? There are many Africans that in America doing good things, helping the Black communities, but you choose to push your bad, hateful narrative, which is just crazy. It's I don't even know what it is anymore, man.
Well, Lulu, how come we don't see Twitter spaces of these African people telling us all of the good things they're
Because
doing?
they're
I can
so
show you
busy actually doing this.
I can show you 10 or 15 spaces of Africans and Caribbeans dumping on us every damn day. Don't make it seem like we're just pointing a couple of people out. You guys have Twitter spaces on here every single day dumping on us. This is not me making it up, ma'am.
You're
So
talking
where are
about
the
one or
people?
two people who might not even be living in the US. You're speaking about people who are all over the world that just feel they're just bored. But you're actually not speaking about the good things. And you know, you're a well-read man. You know that there are Africans that are doing great things and contributing to the economy of America, contributing to the success of Black people in general. But you decide
How
to
so?
pick one
How
person in
so, man?
Houston who beat up
Okay, let's try this because, ma'am, you're not going to babble over me. Okay, name these people who are doing things for foundational Black Americans. Name them.
So, do you not know the statistics that 7 out of every 10 Black doctors is Nigerian? Are you trying to tell me those people do not contribute to the healthcare of Black people in general? Are you trying to tell me those people don't speak up for Black people in the hospitals? It's
We
crazy.
don't.
You need to stop this hateful shit.
We don't. Well, no. You're gonna say something, and then it's hyperbole. You're just saying stuff, ma'am. There's no. You don't know if they're speaking up for the health of anybody. Just because they are doctors over here, if that were the case, how come you're not a doctor back home healing the people in your homeland?
Well, guess what? If you don't know these things, Americans are in other people's countries. So stop leading these dumbass people,
Okay,
okay?
okay. Umduge, watch your mouth, sweetie, because I'm talking to you very respectfully. Now, calm down. Now, if all of these doctors got it popping, how come there's people falling out sickly all over the place in your homeland, ma'am?
Because people are free to migrate to every country in the world. Okay, the whole world doesn't revolve around Tariq Nasheed and his dumbass FBA people. They're Americans in
Why
other
now?
people's countries.
Why are we dumb? Why are foundational Black Americans dumb? Why are we dumb, ma'am? Hmm.
Because you
Abasola,
can choose to. No one's saying you cannot identify with, like, make a group or whatever, but stop
we're not,
pushing.
ma'am. It's not a group. Foundational Black Americans is a lineage, ma'am. Are you calling our lineage dumb?
Your narrative is dumb. It's as good as the KKK,
What
FBA.
is
You're
what is
making
my
FBA a hate group. You can
ma'am?
you can
Ma'am. A lineage is not a hate group, ma'am. And you're not going to create a reality for us that doesn't exist. Now, there's a group in your mind. You argue with your mind, but we don't have a group. We have a lineage. And you're not going to disparage our lineage because it was the foundational Black American lineage that helped you get over here to escape from your homeland, ma'am. So you got to show respect.
Tariq Nasheed group of people are dumbasses. That's
There is
what I'm
no
saying.
there is no Tariq Nasheed group, ma'am. You're trying to create a false group in your mind in order for you to justify attacking foundational Black Americans as a lineage because y'all don't like us anyway. People like you. People from the tether class. Now, you sound Nigerian. There's some good Nigerian brothers and sisters out there, but you're not one of them, ma'am. You're from the tether class who sit up here jealous and hateful of us. And you're just trying to make
Why would anybody